Okay, and now for the next review of WrestleMania, which is going to be WrestleMania IX. And this was held, believe it or not, this was not in an arena. This was in an outdoor place. Yeah, go figure. It was kind of interesting, but a interesting outcome, I would say. But just a lot of matches on here. Well, some matches on here that were not all that great. But let's just begin. The tagline is an event of epic proportions. This was held April 4th, 1993, at Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas. Yes, Caesar's Palace, not an indoor place or anything, not an arena, not like Madison Square Garden or anywhere else, or the MGM place in Las Vegas or whatever. Caesar's Palace, again. And it was actually not bad, it was the sun was shining, and just all these things they had in there, like this, everybody like dressed up in togas and stuff, like Bobby the Brain Heenan, who like entered on a elephant or whatever it was he entered in, and the Fink, Howard Fink, who was like called Finkus Maximus. Just kind of interesting, but it wasn't really all that bad, but it was just kind of interesting. And we also had JR, good old Jim Ross, who was doing commentary as well, instead of Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby the Brain Heenan. Well, we had Bobby the Brain Heenan, but we also had the Macho Man as well, and did not have Vincent Mann doing commentary either. So, let's get this underway. Now, I'm not even going to go through the dark matches because nobody has seen it. Only if you have like the actual pay-per-view from the show. Tito Santana against Papa Shango. Yeah. And now we'll just begin with the first match. Now, if you remember last year, WrestleMania 8, Shawn Michaels started off the first one against El Matador Tito Santana. Well, guess what? He did it this time again at WrestleMania 9. Took on Tatanka for the Intercontinental Championship, and Tatanka, who also has Sensational Sherry in his corner. Last time Shawn Michaels had her in his corner at WrestleMania 8. But this time Shawn Michaels had a woman named Luna Vachon in his corner. She was kind of scary back in the day. The way she looked in her voice as well. She is no longer here, unfortunately. So, Tatanka would wind up winning by countout. Yeah, not really a good opener, just, off to a bad start. Next, the Steiner brothers, Rick and Scott, against the Head Shrinkers, Samu and Fatu, along with Afa. Fatu, who we also know as well as Rikishi, and I believe this is his WrestleMania debut, I believe. Yeah. But nothing really much to say about it. The Steiner brothers got the win. There you go. Now, next, this match. Yeah, I remember this match too. As I would rent like a lot of these videos. If you probably remember this place called West Coast Video. If you don't remember that place, look it up on Google or anything like that. It was a video store. Kind of like Blockbuster and also Hollywood Video, if you remember that. But this was like the only place that would have wrestling videos in there where I could rent them. And it was good too. I could like rent them for I think 5 days or something like that. And I think they had a thing if you didn't rewind the tape or something like that. Yeah, whatever. But if they still were in business to this day, you could like take the VCR tapes and put them in there and put them on DVD. But there aren't. They stopped selling VHS tapes in 2007, I believe. Yeah. But as I was saying, this third match just was bad. It really was. It was the debut of Doink the Clown. Yeah. Now, everyone remembers Doink the Clown. I remember his rivalry with Jerry the King Lawler. But still, I just was not very fond of this match. I just definitely think that this match was, again, not good. Just because, I don't know, just the ending was bad because another Doink the Clown came out and hit Crush with like whatever the thing was. It looked like a toy or something, and just knocked him out, and Doink gets the win. Very disappointing match. Very. Next, we have Razor Ramon against Mr. Bob Backlund. This match was shorter than the Doink and Crush match. This one was only 3 minutes and 45 seconds. Doink and Crush was 8 minutes. And, pardon me. Razor still gets the win. I just really did not pay much attention. I pretty much figured that Razor would get the win. Yeah, just because it was... Yeah, this is his first WrestleMania. And there you are. Next, we have Money Inc., Money Incorporated, Ted DiBiase and Erwin R. Shyster against the Mega Maniacs, not Mega Powers, as you remember that tag team with Macho Man Randy Savage and Hulk Hogan. The Mega Maniacs, Hulk Hogan and Brutus the Barber Beefcake, along with Jimmy Hart. But Money Inc. would wind up retaining and winning by disqualification, as a matter of fact. Yeah, not too thrilled with that. It kind of would have been good to see Hulk Hogan win a WWF Tag Team Championship, but that did not happen still. So, just really nothing much. It just was an alright match. Next, we have the debut of the Narcissist Lex Luger. Yeah, the Narcissist, before he was made in the USA Lex Luger, against Mr. Perfect. Mr. Perfect, who was a face this time, I remember seeing, like, the way, excuse me, that Lex Luger was, like, making his, like, posing, like, he had all the mirrors around him and flexing his muscles like that. But, yeah, the match, didn't really care for it that much. Lex Luger got the win, just like that. Next, well, we have this match. Now, this match, you know, looked pretty interesting. It's The Undertaker against the Giant Gonzalez. The Giant Gonzalez, who debuted at the 1993 Royal Rumble and eliminated The Undertaker, although you can't eliminate somebody if you are not a participant in the Royal Rumble or you've already been eliminated. This is clearly bull in my opinion, but now they just allow it, which really sucks, which is why WWE sucks. They only did it in 1996 when Shawn Michaels won the Royal Rumble and Vader came back in the ring and eliminated him, and they said you cannot eliminate somebody if you are already eliminated. But this happened in 2005 when Kurt Angle got eliminated, and he eliminated Shawn Michaels, and they just allowed it or whatever, which is stupid. And 2006, Shane McMahon, not an entry in the Royal Rumble, and eliminates Shawn Michaels from there when Shawn was feuding with the McMahons, which is really stupid. Again. Yeah, so anyway, the Giant Gonzalez, who was like 7'6" or something like that, or 7'7", something like that. Yeah, he was one of the biggest and tallest guys in the wrestling business. The only person who was like way bigger than The Undertaker, because The Undertaker was like 6'10", they said in the day. I don't really know exactly, and just the only person who was ever bigger than The Undertaker. And, well, let's just say this, hold on. Yeah, the match was not, hold on, I'm trying to look at something on here. Hold on. Alright. The Undertaker's entrance was pretty good. He had he arrived on something which was like a carriage or something with these guys that were pulling. He had like the Black Crow next to him as he was making his entrance. It was like green smoke around it. It was pretty cool. His entrance really was. But as for the match, this one just could have used a better ending. The Undertaker did win and went 3-0, but the Giant Gonzalez used a rag on his face, filled with like some kind of poison or something. I don't really know what it was, but just put it on his face and knocked him out, and the ref disqualified him. They took the Undertaker away, and he comes back and starts to beat the crap out of the Giant Gonzalez and tries to do his flying lariat and knock him down, but he can't. So then he does it again. This time he does go down, but that would not end their feud, not until SummerSlam 1993, as you know. So yeah, this one just could have used a little bit of a better ending. You know, The Undertaker could have at least won by giving him a choke slam or a flying lariat or something he would have done, but still, yeah, it was just not. It could have just used a better ending. There you go. Now that just moves us on to our main event, which was the WWF Championship match. The winner of the 1993 Royal Rumble, Yokozuna, along with his manager, Mr. Fuji, against Bret the Hitman Hart. Now, you know, I really thought that Bret Hart was going to retain, but here's what happened. It only was like 8 minutes. 8 minutes and 55 seconds. Bret Hart was able to get Yokozuna the sharpshooter just by knocking him down after he hit his head on the exposed turnbuckle. So he had him in there, and pretty much I think Yokozuna was going to tap, but Mr. Fuji reached into his hand and had like some salt or whatever it was, or it may have been sugar or whatever. I don't really know, because they just do that so nobody gets hurt, I guess. So threw into Bret Hart's eyes and blinding him, and Yokozuna gets the win 1, 2, 3. And I know there were some people that were happy that he won. I, for one, was not, because this was, in my opinion, a bad ending. It really was, and that was the end of that. So here comes Hulk Hogan to help out Bret Hart, and Mr. Fuji, Yokozuna's manager, says to Hulk Hogan to challenge him to a match against Yokozuna right now, in which this was a impromptu match, like something that wasn't scheduled or something like that. So Yokozuna challenges him. Bret Hart tells him to go, and he does. Mr. Fuji tries to throw the salt into his eyes, but instead hits Yokozuna, and he knocks Fuji out of the ring and clotheslines Yokozuna easily, and gives him the leg drop, and gets the win 1, 2, 3, just like that, and a huge pop from the crowd. And I really just thought that this was a good ending. I really thought it was, because a lot of the matches on here were just not so good, like the Undertaker and Giant Gonzalez match. I really have to admit that. Yeah, just because some of the other ones are not so great as well. And it wasn't even held in an arena. There you are. So Yokozuna loses by becoming like didn't even hold the belt for very long, and Hulk Hogan gets the win and celebrates, and that's it. So now for a review out of this. Now for the last one I gave WrestleMania 8 a 6.5 out of 10, but for this one, okay, I think I will give this one a 6.5 as well. But despite with the ending being good as well, I would give this a 7. But if the Undertaker and Giant Gonzalez match would have been a little bit better, yeah, it would have gotten a little bit of a higher one. But 6.5 for now. Okay, and that's it. That is my review of WrestleMania 9. And I hope you all enjoyed this. Please like this video and leave a comment and subscribe. It is not a bad thing, it's a good thing.